Hi everyone, welcome to the Matrix Oracle. My name is Audrey. I am your host for this Venus transit in Capricorn, so January 23rd to February 15, 2024. We already have in Capricorn Mars and Mercury, but we also have the asteroid Ishtar. Ishtar, the goddess of sensuality, femininity. This is also associated to Aphrodite energy, but also Venus. So as I was getting ready to channel this transit, I really felt the importance to look at this asteroid. So that's something that I'm going to show you right now with a tutorial so you know where it's going to transit your chart and where also you have your natal Ishtar. All right, so we are going on asteroid Jans, and in the options that you have under horoscope drawings and data, you're going to click on extended chart selection. This will lead you to this page and you will have your birth data entered, and you're going to want to scroll all the way down, and here under manual entry for additional objects, you're going to enter the number 7088. This is the asteroid Ishtar. And you're going to click on show the chart. There you have it. So this person has natally, ooh, look at this. They have natally their asteroid Ishtar in Capricorn. That would be a big thing for them, okay? Now, to look at the current placement of all the planets, you would click here plus with transit. And when you do this, you will have in green all those little activation here. So this person is definitely going through this strong activation of their feminine principle and energy. So for this Venus in Capricorn transit, what you would want to do is watch the reading for your natal placement of Venus. And that is here in Libra. All right, let's get started with the messages according to your Venus sign, according to elements. Venus in Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, this is your message for the earth element. So this is also a collective message. Let's see what we have in store. Ooh, deception. Probably a mask, a version of yourself that needs to be released. And let your friends help you. Wow, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sorry if I'm already jumping into the interpretation, but it's just so strong. It's what you saw on the tutorial. You saw that in Capricorn, we've just had a lot of energies. You know, we had the sun. It was the Capricorn season. Now we're in Aquarius. Pluto also shifted from Capricorn to Aquarius. But we still have Mercury, Mars, and now Venus, plus this goddess Ishtar energy. So there is something as far as maybe transcending, a version of yourself that didn't allow your femininity or your intuition to shine through because there were maybe doubts and things like that. So we're going to see how this is going, but it feels like the help that you're getting is all this alignment in Capricorn that is just creating a lot of master teaching in harmonizing your sacred feminine goddess-like energy. Let's see what else. The dark mysteries. I was called to use the Isis Oracle card. Usually when I do personal guidance for the goddess, the wild feminine energy, Ishtar comes very strongly under the principle of Isis. Okay, it says here, the dark mysteries. The dark goddess calls you to her inner chamber, where she holds a test and a gift for you. The test is your willingness to meet and release the fears within that have been secretly holding you back. The gift is freedom, peace, opportunity, and prosperity in all its forms. Will you accept her call? Your time for deeper initiation is here. Wow. I'm telling you, some of you, I get chills down my legs, especially the left side. So the feminine energy running through the body in the legs, which is really about creating momentum forward. So this phase, definitely if you have a Venus in an earth sign, you'll be initiated to drop the mask of a version of you that maybe didn't allow you to shine, glow in the way that optimally is going to serve you best and serve others. I find it interesting, my eyesight is called to notice the red and the purple. There's something about an activation from root to crown that I'm really feeling. For some of you, if you know how to work with Kundalini meditation, chakra healing, that's something that comes up a lot, especially also with this raw energy here, the red. Maybe something from the root, bringing more stability, more security to your feminine power. Now, under the Let Your Friends Help You, this card is Healing the Divine Masculine. Wow, look at this. The eyes of the feminine behind. It's almost like unleashing the feminine principles so you can be the one stepping into the material plane and having the proper actions that are aligned with your purpose. What does it say here? The divine masculine within provides protection, discernment, healing, and a sense of deep safety, and holding even through the most uncomfortable circumstances of life. Your inner masculine is going through healing right now, growing stronger in the ability to offer your inner protection and stability so that your inner feminine can blossom with creative expression. So this Venus in Capricorn transit with a natal Venus placement in either Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is really talking about this almost like power union. Stepping into your power union. A balance where you can feel that your actions are following your intuitive nudges, your intuition, things from the unseen, things you just feel, and taking the proper steps that will allow you to feel safe in those decisions. Let's see what we have. Interestingly, another deck that came up is the Intuitive Night Goddess, very much about activating the dark feminine principle. And a lot of cards came through. So let's do this. This is the frequency card. We're going to look at the tarot first. Four of Swords. Nine of Cups. Warrior of Cups. The universe of the world. And the Temperance. Wow. Let's see this activation card. This is your vibrational medicine, your frequency prescription, like I like to call it, astral body healing and activation. This is just such in synchronicity. By the way, if you haven't watched on my YouTube the timeless reading for the week ahead, I was guided to make you learn and teach you how to go into your draconic chart. This is your layer of body, the expression of your chart that is connected to your emotional world. There's a lot that seems to want to be healed so you can move towards a greater outcome. It's almost like this, again, it feels like if some of you have been appealed by the principle of a power couple, power dynamic, where your relationship feels very empowered for the feminine principle, for the masculine. And especially if you're looking for this outside of yourself, this is a transit that is teaching you how to harness this power within yourself. And what's interesting is the way it's starting here. I feel this is together for a result, for the outcome of temperance, for the outcome of, making sure that one doesn't overpower the other. Okay? We have a necessity with the Four of Swords to nurture the cycles, nurture especially rest times, not always being in do. Okay, especially with the Warrior of Cups here, with this energy that gives you this cup, this healing. With the Polar Bear, I can't remember what, I think it's one of my tarot deck called the Ark. The Polar Bear is associated to the star in that tarot deck. So there's a lot of healing through this phase that you're getting through your dream state, your dreamscape. I feel that you're going to get a lot of communication, a lot of things from the subconscious mind that's going to be sorted out, especially if some of you want to fall asleep with this one. This is something you can easily fall asleep to. It will help you sort out maybe some imbalances between what you're feeling and what you're maybe the confusion of how to go about what you desire, what you feel you want to manifest, what you feel is getting into creation. Rest more, daydream more, envision more. Okay, especially here with the Nine of Cups and the World. This is very much about, feeling fulfillment, feeling emotionally fulfilled when you're resting and you're allowing this phase to nurture you, because we have double Venus Aphrodite energy, this magnetic sacred feminine principle that's coming to merge and activate even stronger. There's almost like the world is going to be your oyster. Revelations are going to appear. Wow. A lot of you, it's almost like, I remember seeing this somewhere, a post that said, I think it was on Pinterest, my to-do list, B. That's what I feel. I always know when I keep those little posts somewhere, I'm like, why am I just being called so much to this image? And that's here, because that's here. Your to-do list from January 23rd to February 15, especially for harnessing the power of the feminine in this principle and manifesting your desire, your new reality, and also being inspired actions, decisive actions coming from dropping the mask of the old. You're definitely entering a phase where you're brand new. So let yourself be also guided and supported by your spirit team, this whole cosmic alignment, because you're entering a new phase. So that means that's something you haven't experienced just yet. And through the emotional body, you're going to have some insights. I still have some promotion until the end of the month for birth chart reading, and I do offer the draconic emotional reading if that's something that you're being called, as well as the Ishtar reading. Thank you so very much. Namaste. If you have your Venus in a water placement, so if you are born under a Venus Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, this message is for you. So this is for the Venus transit in Capricorn. If you haven't watched the collective reading, this is the one for the Earth placement. There's also a tutorial for recognizing in your chart where the asteroid Ishtar, also associated to Venus energy, is in your chart, because there's a lot of dark, wild, feminine energy activation, especially with this transit. Let's see what we have for you, water signs, for Venus. You deserve love, self-love. Children, your love life is being affected by children. and stay optimistic about your love life. I feel this is complementing this. Okay. Spirit of Isis. Beloved, initiate. There are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens. Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest. No matter how bold or impossible it seems, let her inspire you. Believe. Wow, strong resonance with the collective message also with this activation. So definitely something you might want to watch as well. I do feel that I want to mention here, I feel the energy of fifth or sixth house. I don't know if some of you may have Venus in those placement. It doesn't have to be, but I do feel that the children and the connection to animals, connection to the inner child, connection to the wonder of the state of the child is important, especially when it's mixed with the optimism and the green collar she's wearing on her head. It's almost like I feel that this transit is asking you to let go of the control of how things need to turn out. Don't give up on the goals, on your dreams, but let yourself being inspired more by what your childlike version guides you to do as far as the steps towards your manifestation. Because the more you love yourself here, and I don't know if it's because we have a combination of a transit that is Venus in Capricorn, so earth, and your natal that is water, and it seems like it's a lot of yin energy, a lot of feminine quality, a lot of invitation to let the nurturing occur for you. And it does mention about manifesting something that was once told that was impossible. So there's probably some miracles in outcome that are coming through this phase for you. We have here the Temple of Lapis Lazuli. Your soul is very ancient and holds the wisdom of star peoples from civilizations with unique high vibrational awareness that can help humanity transition from a culture based in fear to a love-based community. You are here on this planet to be you to the fullest extent possible. Then you will help heal human culture so that the planet may thrive. See, there's a truth about your energy and how you let it flow. So very important to be comfortable with your sacred feminine energy that is going to almost nurture this very childlike nature that you have that is connected to the divine, that will show you and guide you through the ways. Almost I feel an initiation, the ways, the sacred ways of living a life based on love, and a love that first you're calling back to yourself, especially if you had a tendency to be more outwards in your focus. Call back that power to make sure that every day you wake up with excitement. Okay, you have then the Nymph of Cups. Definitely some healing. There might be some healing, especially with the deserved love and this nymph energy. That with the flower, there's a new phase that's blooming for you that I'm feeling. Meditation. Beautiful. With some type of awakening. Interesting. This is the Hanged Man. This is you allowing the feeling to let the physical manifestation take form. It's interesting, the reel that I channeled just yesterday about the world is a mirror of whatever is going on inside of you. And it's really asking you, especially with a Venus in water placement for this transit, to nurture your inner world, to nurture and be sure that you're aligning yourself first, serving yourself first, doing the things that you know are going to be allowing you to be in the presence of others under your best version. Okay, so don't feel guilty or shameful if you need to take more personal time through this phase. It seems that it's activating something in you. Okay, let's see here. Whoa. 10 of Cups. Wow. So the collective message, I had the 9 of Cups, this fulfillment that you want to nurture. But here you're reaching with this water element, something that overflows. And a lot of activation in the chakra. I would say if you know how to work with Kundalini, chakra meditation, I would continue doing this to replenish your energy. You also have the Death card. Wow. Death and the Hangman meditation here. I feel there's see, you're faceless. You're channeling an energy of your new character, of this new phase, okay, phase. And why I'm saying this also because the collective message had the first card that spoke of deception, and those are people that were wearing masks. So it's like a new version of you, a character that is emerging through this process of tapping more into the inner child, the feminine principle, and really starting every day under, the principles of love that you serve to yourself first. So whatever you need, when you wake up, as a routine, give that more to yourself for this phase. Spirit of Cups, look at this. Like I feel okay with this. Some of you, you're very connected to the goddess energy. You might not know it. I do have a wild feminine energy reading, but when I channeled this, it was very life transformative to me because I had some major placement with those goddesses that were next to planets. So it means that not only I was here for the teachings of the planets, but my goddess energy was connected to it and was highly amplified. So some of you might have, just like in the tutorial, maybe Ishtar in Capricorn, or you have some of those goddess energy that could be activating, or natally you have them next to a planet. You could have it next to the sun. Just when I said that, I have my Ishtar on my sun. I was blown away by it. So some of you, it's something that you need to know about this. If you can't find it, please come to me. I have tutorials for all the wild feminine principle. And if you can't find it, just, DM me or send me an email. There's an activation that is really, really super strong for you with a Venus in water. There is an overflow, but it comes from, which was part also of the collective message. I saw this Pinterest that said, on my to-do list, be. Let yourself be and receive. Okay, as far as frequency, we have the law of attraction and sacred union. This one uses a mantra that's Om Mani Padme Hum. I remember reading deeply about this mantra, and it removes a lot of basic negative conditionings, especially in terms of ego, and how we relate sometimes on the lower chakras and based material principles. If you repeat and channel this mantra, I remember reading about you becoming almost like a blessing to others. And whenever you're going to touch water or be underwater, everything that you touch becomes in alignment with this beautiful frequency. So this is the frequency that I would suggest to align to the blessings, to remember something impossible is made possible through this phase. All right, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining, and you have access to all my offers if that resonated with you, or you can just come to me and ask me questions. Thank you so very much. Namaste. If you have a Venus in the air element, so born with a Venus Gemini, Venus Libra, or Venus Aquarius, this message is for you. If you want to watch a collective energy message for this Venus transit in the sign of Capricorn, go and watch the Earth element. So let's see what we have for you for January 23rd all the way to February 15, 2024. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. And requited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Now, I'm using the romance angels, usually in accordance more to self-love. So there's, with this energy, I'm not surprised because it's been very popular on my channel, this reel about releasing what needs to be released in order to receive what needs to be received. Now, a lot of the messages so far for the elements for this Venus transit in Capricorn is about allowing the activation of the feminine, the intuition, through surrendering, through letting go. So there might be something that you've been holding on to too firmly and wants to be released. Let's get some Isis oracle messages here that I usually really use this deck for Ishtar when I read the wild feminine energy in people's chart. Ishtar comes really strongly with Isis. We have past life, present power. There might have been some type of cycle you were in if you have a Venus in the air element. It says here, as the soul grows in service to the great feminine and her intention that all beings be healed and free, it gathers internal resources to assist on the path. These resources include powers and gifts from other lifetimes. You are currently integrating past life abilities. Be open to what is taking place as your soul awakens ancient powers and abilities in you. Wow. Maybe you've been trying to control a little bit more of the material plane and certain outcomes, but it seems that you're being invited to be more. Okay, you had 3 cards for this oracle. Rising sun, a dark phase and struggle is over. A new phase is upon you, one of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It is one through boldness and persistence. You have been through much, and now victory is upon you, beloved. For the divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born. Wow. Okay, I feel that what you need, like this, some of you might be a struggle to release a version of yourself. A version of yourself that maybe because it's out of fear or out of use or need to control or to know. And the universe is really inviting you through this phase to trust, because we have another outcome. Look at this. This, I know it when I saw it. It's like, it's abundance. And with this circle here, there's a portal. There's an energy portal. I feel as some of you, if you don't know much about your birth chart, okay, there might be some alignment that is very specific for this phase of time. It could be with Venus, but it could be with Ishtar. It could be something that is predominant, that is radically changing your cards. That's what I feel. Abundance in many forms is increasing in flow to you. Continue your good work of building channels through which abundance can be delivered to you. Freely share your talents, your love, your wisdom, and yourself, and enjoy the abundance responsively flowing to you in many forms, over and over again. Wow. You see the over and over, there's a new cycle. If you've been struggling to release, or maybe a tendency to over worry, let it go. Let it go. This is just such a great alignment, and that might be what have separated you from where you're meant to be at this time, holding you back to where it felt more safe and comfortable from a place of knowing. Okay, let's see what we have here. Six of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. That was part of the collective message. Rehearse the feeling of your fulfillment. The Eight of Cups, another card that speaks of walking away. Ooh. We have a full moon coming up this week as I'm channeling this, on the 25th of January. Could be something that's going to be revealed to you with a Venus in air placement. That's specific to this shift. It really feels like a rapid motion into a different era. Nine of Wands. Eight of Swords. And the High Priestess. You're being initiated, activated to allow your intuition to move you through this dark phase, or this phase where maybe things were stalled. Maybe you didn't get what you put out as far as feedback. There was not an equilibrium and balance of give and take. Oh, let me remember the frequency for you. Healing the spiritual warrior. Wow. With the Nine of Wands, this is associated with Chiron. Some of you, that could be an additional healing that you can get. Go and check out your Chiron placement. You might have a Chiron in the air, okay? But doesn't have to be. Go and listen to that frequency. I'm using a gratitude mantra for each of those archetypes, and I work in polarity. Why? So you can bring gratitude to the contrast of experiences. This frequency was part of the super empath. When I created this, that was very interesting to me because it was a frequency that was really meant to support the spiritual warrior. That means like going through so many changes and hardship and contrast, and making sure that even though this pain, this struggle was known, to take you on that new version, making sure you're not staying in that past energy cycle, and be able to really maximize the potential, the wisdom, the learning experiences from your past. Okay, there's just so much that wants to be transcended. I feel like here there's a way of how you related to yourself with the 9 and 9, a different, like, new wisdom of how you used to relate to yourself, to the events of the cycles. Maybe there's an invitation and something you've already started doing, which is surrendering more of whatever you're being called to follow as a guidance. A lot of intuition is being sparked, a lot of alignment. When I started your reading, I looked at my clock and it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I was seeing this and I was like, I don't know why I'm looking at it and it's like, seems like meaningful. And now I'm seeing it for you. It's like, it's a phase and you're going through those steps. Pay attention if you see in time, for example, 234, 234, okay, or 345. Just a series of number in terms of time, in terms of even what you see outside, license plates, phone numbers, or whatever. It seems that there's an activation here for you to allow this new phase, new version of yourself to come shine through, and from a place of balance. So some of you, if you were overgiving, and that means maybe overgiving your thoughts, your power, your attention, your focus, your time to things that were more negative or that were to others versus you, versus nurturing, caring for how you feel, this is going to shift. Some of the negative conditionings or ways that you had to maybe protect yourself, in order not to be hurt, you're protecting yourself. This is going to shift. So there's going to be a greater cosmic alignment through this phase for you, my dear Venus in air placement. Okay, that's what I have for you. If you need support, I do have some promotions for the birth chart, but also for the wild feminine energy readings, if that's something that is being sparked in your curiosity. Thank you so very much. Namaste. If you have your natal Venus in a fire placement, so Venus, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, this message is for you. This is for the transit of Venus in Capricorn, January 23rd all the way to February 15, 2024. If you want to listen to the collective message, go and check out the Earth element. All right, let's see what we have for you, my dear fire signs, for Venus. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. You deserve love. Interesting. Let's read it all before I jump into conclusion. Oh, I like this. This is actually a protection prayer. It's the pillar of light. Let me read this for you. Pillar of light, burning bright, earth star below, soul star above. Burn away all that is not light. Transform all into unconditional love. Star of Isis descend, your blessing and peace without end. Grace me now with peace and protection, completely embraced by divine perfection. Wow. Just under the it is safe to love. I need to speak. I need to say, this feels like a new foundation for love in your life. Maybe if you've worked more on your self-care, self-love, addressing some of your heart wounding, and there is this activation. And I usually use the Isis Oracle deck when I channel Ishtar's energy, when I do personal reading. I feel this is part of that activation through this transit, that you're going to bring a new foundation for your life where you feel more anchored in the love that you are. Okay, now I can continue. Serpent of fire. Do not assess your current ability based on past standards, as they no longer apply to you. You are stronger and more powerful now than you have ever been before. You need to learn afresh what you are capable of, and Isis helps you now. Wow. I've been saying this pretty much for all the elements about working with Kundalini activation, chakra, meditations. It seems to be predominant here to bring this new phase, to bring this new ability. Some of you, if you've done all this healing, like some of the principles that you're working with now, they're new, they're fresh, they're still, I wouldn't say unknown, but it's not, I'm gonna say it because I'm hearing, it's not your MO yet, your mode of operation. Okay, so you're being called through this phase with the strong support of all those planets transiting in Capricorn. That's part of the Earth element collective reading here. Those activations to enter a phase where your feminine principle feels much more safe, protected, and ready to flow, to go towards after what you really want instead of staying back. Okay? All right, let's see what we have. 6 of Cups. The Moon. Interesting. We have this week, as I'm channeling this, a full moon in Leo. Okay, so you might have a Venus in a fire placement, but you might have some Leo energy also. Doesn't have to be your Venus, but that's an invitation for me to mention this. The Lobster is very much about an animal spirit that wants you to go with the flow. There's going to be some illumination with this week's full moon. And there's going to be a new phase as you're entering the next cycle. It could have been something you already have felt with the new moon in Capricorn, okay? Especially with the 6 of Cups, almost like a part of you reminiscent of something, a wish that you want to receive, that wants to be granted, and that's coming back to the surface. Doesn't have to be relationships, though it can be, okay? But there's just an alignment of stars. I feel, as some of you, is just like something in your chart is being activated. So it could be a star, it could be your Venus, or it can be anything. It came up strongly in some of the elements where I was shocked when I started channeling the wild feminine energy readings to realize that some of those placements, not only they were activated by the new moon cycle and full moons, but some of them that I had in my chart that were close to major planets. And I was like, wow, that makes sense that I need to speak up about this, because it was very charged in my chart. And most of the people that came for this type of reading, they have those connections. So let yourself feel the goddess energy here. Let yourself, because it feels like it's something that needs to be activated in the subconscious. And it had to take the time that it needed to take. You had to have the experience that you needed to have in order to get to that new phase, okay, with this new moon energy here. I'm feeling is coming as an outcome through this energy. Wow, look at this. Yes, baby. 10 of Pentacles. And this, the first time that I looked at this deck and I saw this purple crystal, I don't know why, but I felt the energy of the Atlantean amethyst crystal skull that taps into the Akash. There's something that is just meant for you to receive through the upcoming phase that you want to maximize by really allowing an integration of your past experiences that maybe you didn't feel supported, may not have felt loved, but it has a gift. It has an activation for you. The 10 of Wands. Things that you need to release. Look at this. She's charged and you have 10, 10. an indication of an ending and new beginning. You're entering a new phase of life. Three of Wands. An expanded one. Wow, something major is going to happen around the eclipse season for you. I'm sorry. It's almost leaving me without words because it's some of you, it's something that maybe you had wished as a child that you don't have like consciously in your mind, and it's going to come back as this manifestation starts to take place. Let me illustrate this quickly. When I was 9 years old, I came to the United States, and I remember having this energy where I felt my heart expand. Okay, this heart expansion. Now, I was in Los Angeles, which was exactly where I have my Venus. I have in astrocartography my Venus exactly on Los Angeles. So Venus connected to the heart. So I felt this heart expansion. And then I started seeing a vision. I was young, I was 9 years old. I started having this vision of me getting into this car and going across the States with a car. Well, after COVID started, I had planned, before COVID started, I had planned to go and visit my family in Europe. And when COVID hit, I wasn't able to travel. And I decided instead to travel the United States with my car. And only when I started planning this road trip that I was really beautiful, blessed to do for a couple of years, just back and forth and just visiting the north, the middle, the south, just such a blessing. Only when I started making the plans did the vision come back, and the wish that my heart made, my heart received when I first put my feet on the land. So I don't know why I wanted to share this with you, but I feel this is an illustration for you to maybe allow through this phase the reemergence of something from the past that is going to be manifested. You want to make sure through those cycles, the lunar cycles, the full moon and the upcoming new moon, that you're aligning yourself with the cosmos, because this is all meant for you to channel, okay, and harness. Let's see what we have for you as far as frequencies. Okay, we have one that's for the YouTube membership. So some of you, maybe that's an indication that you want to check that out. It's removing X's and X's. That I'm not surprised with the not feeling safe in love. If that's something that you felt, that love was not safe, that you couldn't trust, or that you had a hard time giving to yourself because of your conditioning, this is a great way to remove patterns of attraction within your relationship, but also within jobs and situations and events. So that's YouTube membership. But otherwise, you have the small intestine frequency, allowing joy and passion. Well, I'm not surprised, because this is going to trigger a principle that just sparks wanting more of what is being held, like the love that may have been tainted by experiences, and that you're reharnessing, retrieving, healing, mending, bringing to wholeness. It's going to start activate, I feel, even a boost of serotonin. So just dopamine, just more joy in all the things that you do, as you shed also those layers of disbelief towards yourself and things like that. But with this eclipse energy, it's either something big that's going to happen towards the beginning of eclipse season, or this is just a fact that a lot of things that were part of your karmic cycles are just going to be eclipsed. You're just shifting radically as you attune more to the cosmic dance, the cosmic transit. This is really why I love doing those readings. I use them for myself. I need them for myself to feel in alignment, not just with the collective, but with my own chart, with my own activations. Okay, that's what I have for you. I'm sending you many blessings and much love and light. Namaste.